Today's video might cause a bit of controversy depending on the outcome, because today I'm going to be seeing which is the better curry. Is it an Indian curry or is it a Caribbean curry? Well, today I'm going to be trying both to see who's best. So let's start off first with an Indian curry. So the place I'm going for the Indian curry is called Tamatanga. I have been here before previously and really enjoyed it, so why not come back and try out another one of their dishes for this challenge? Let's head in. The inside is a colourful and well decorated place with a variety of seating options available, from tables to booths and even huts if you fancy something a bit more private. The menu is a good size with a lot of the usual Indian restaurant staples like chicken tikka masala, plus they have a lot of street food options too that you may not be familiar with, like chaat. One great deal they do here though is a lunchtime deal of a meal and a drink for £12, which basically includes most of the main meals. It's as simple as choosing a drink, choosing a main, and then enjoying, as it says. The main I'm going for is called the Delhi Lamb Curry, which is otherwise known as a lamb Rogan Josh. Plus, I went for a mango lassi as my drink, which is included in the deal, but you just need to pay a little extra for. And it was really nice. It's creamy, sweet, you get the flavour of the mango. It almost feels like a smoothie or milkshake even, because it's that creamy. Okay, so here is the lamb Rogan Josh. What a great looking meal it is, well presented, and I like the look of the bowl it comes in. It makes it look like a pot with the handle. So with this meal you get the lamb curry and a good portion of it too. It may not look it, but it's a deep pot. You get a big portion of pilau rice with some crispy onions on top and a bit of salad on the side, which is a little unusual. Right, let's dig in. I'm going to start off with the rice. It's presented in an interesting dome shape, so it's a bit of a shame to break it, but it has a nice pale yellow colour. You can see some seeds in there. It's going to have a few spices in here too. Let's give it a try. Delicious. The rice is soft and fluffy, very light in texture. It's fragrant too, so you can almost taste the smell of it. I think some of the spices in there are cumin and cardamom. The crispy onions on top too just add a bit of sweetness and contrasting texture to the soft rice. I only wish there were more of them, as I would have them with every bite if I could. Right, let's move on to the main event, the curry. The presentation is a little unusual, as I don't think there's many places that serve curry in a pot like this, but I like it though. It's interesting to have it different to the norm. I'm going to start with just trying the actual sauce. You can see how thick it is just on the spoon. I think you can just tell it's going to be full of flavour just by looking at it. I can't wait to see how it tastes, so let's do it. Amazing! You get the flavours of the spices straight away. It's salty, it's spicy, you can even taste the flavour of the lamb in the sauce, which I was surprised about. The flavours really have infused into each other. You can just tell that the curry has been cooked down into this thick texture to concentrate the flavours. The little bit of coriander on top adds a bit of extra fragrance too. It is a little spicy though, so a quick drink is needed. I think I need to do my first combo bite of this meal. I want to mix that lovely sauce with the fragrant rice. This I know is going to be good, so let's just go ahead and eat it. Delicious. Rice really is the perfect vessel for a sauce, because each grain just gets coated in the sauce to give you the maximum flavour possible in a bite. I think it's about time I try out the lamb, and a really big piece of it too. If the flavour of the lamb infused sauce was anything to go by, eating the real thing should be even more tasty. So let's see if it is. amazing. The lamb is soft and just breaks apart as you eat it. It's full of lamb flavour too, and when you combine it with the spices from the sauce, the taste level just goes up to the next level. You even get a bit of lamb fat on the pieces too, which add a bit of creamy fatty lamb goodness to the bite. It's great lamb. The portion is good too. You can see you get loads of big pieces, so you're really getting your money's worth here. In some places, when you order curry, there's not always a lot of pieces of meat, but here you get a good amount, and this is after I've had a couple of pieces of them. I need to start doing some more combo bites because that's where you really get the flavours from all the ingredients. So this first one is the fragrant rice, the spicy salty curry sauce, and the meaty lamb. Fantastic. I may as well try a bit with the salad too. It's a bit unusual to have a salad with curry and rice, but let's give it a go and see what it's like. It works. And for the ultimate bite, everything on the plate. The lamb, the sauce, the rice, and the salad. Here it goes. Delicious. It's amazing to see how much flavour can be crammed into a curry, and it's really evident here. The meal was really flavoursome and fragrant. You for sure need to mix the sauce with the rice and do that with every bite as they're meant to go together. That's how you get the best out of this meal, and that's exactly what I did to finish it off. What a fantastic meal that was. The lamb was delicious, really tasty, and so was the rice. So the total cost of all that food was £14. Let's move on next to the Caribbean curry. For the Caribbean curry, I decided to go to a place I've been to before only just recently, called Turtle Bay, where I had the jerk chicken and really enjoyed it. So why not come back and try out one of their curries? It's really interesting how restaurants decorate their interiors, as I think it helps set the mood and atmosphere. It's a bit rustic in here with the wooden panelling, and maybe gives you the feeling of a seaside cafe in the Caribbean. The menu is extensive, with a lot of different options, and even a Sunday roast on offer, but Caribbean style. I might just have to come back and try that sometime. Today though, I'm going for the curry goat, right there. Plus a drink. I decided on a lemonade as a bit of a change from my usual tea or Diet Coke. And it was really refreshing, especially with the wedge of lime in there adding a bit of extra tanginess. Right, so here is the curry goat I ordered. It's served with all the elements on one plate, so let's have a closer look at exactly what you get. You get the curry goat on one side, garnished with chilli and spring onion, some rice and peas on the other half of the plate, and I think some pickled cabbage on top with a bit of coriander too. Let's eat. I'm going to start off with the rice and peas. I have had this before when I had the jerk chicken, and I remember it really liking it. So let's see if the quality of the food is consistent here and see if it's just as good. Delicious. It is just as good as I remember. The outstanding feature of this rice is how creamy and buttery it tastes, which I think must be from coconut milk. There's just something about the flavour of coconut and rice that really appeals to me, so a good combination. The rice is soft and the kidney beans in there are even softer. They practically melt in your mouth as you chew them. It's great rice and peas. I'm going to move on to the veg on top, which I think is cabbage. I'm not sure how traditional this is, having veg with goat curry. A bit like the salad with the Indian curry from before, but let's try it. Nice. I think it is pickled cabbage. You get a good crunch as soon as you bite into it, and it has a slightly sour flavour. Okay, I can't wait any longer. Let us move on to the goat curry. There's quite a few elements to it, so let's see if we can pick them apart. I'm going to start off with just trying a bit of the sauce. It's really thick, full of various ingredients. One of those mentioned on the menu as Scotch bonnet chilies, so hopefully it's not going to be too spicy for me. Let's try it out. Really tasty. When I said hopefully it's not going to be spicy, well, it is. A lot spicier than the Indian curry actually. It really gives you a big kick at the back of your throat, and mouth and tongue too. The flavour is salty and spicy. It has the Jamaican allspice taste. There's definitely some onion in there too. It's a great curry. If you like spice, I think you're going to like this. For me, maybe a bit too spicy, so this drink is definitely needed. You also get some potato in the curry, which is nice as it adds an extra dynamic and texture to the bite. Very good. It's soft when you bite into it, and it just soaks up the flavour of the curry so well. You can taste the curry in the potato. Before I try the goat, I think we need to do our first combo bite of the meal. I'm going to combine a bit of the sauce with the fragrant coconut rice and peas, which should dilute the spice a bit. Fantastic. Right, it's time to try the goat. You get big pieces of it here, and it's a meat that you don't normally see in many dishes. In fact, I think this is the only dish that I've seen goat in, although there is probably more that I haven't heard of. Let's try it. Amazing. It kind of has a similar flavour to lamb, although not as strong in this case. It seems to take on the flavour of the spices really well, and holds its own as to not be overpowered by them. What's really surprising is how tender it is. It's more tender than the lamb in the Indian curry. Maybe it's a different cut, I'm not too sure, but it's definitely softer. Okay, I think it's combo bite time. I've been holding out for too long. This one is the tender goat, the soft potato, the spicy curry sauce, and the fragrant rice and peas. Here it goes. Amazing. And how about if we try a bite with the pickled cabbage? I actually think this will work, as the pickle sour flavour will cut through the spice. Let's see if it does. It does indeed. Curry goat is one of those dishes that you hear about, but not often get a chance to try, and I have to say, I really enjoyed it. Goat seems pretty similar to a lamb going by these meals. And if you're ever going to try this, you need to be prepared for the spice. This meal had me literally a bit hot under the collar, if I can use that phrase out of context. But I still did manage to finish it though. What a great meal that was. The goat was really soft and tender, so the total cost of that curry meal was £17.20. So which was the better curry? Comment down below which one you preferred. For me, it's a really tough decision. They were both delicious, but I think I'm going to have to give it to the Indian curry just. I think it just had a little bit more of a depth in flavour, so they take it for me. Okay, if you've tried both of these curries, let me know which one you preferred. And if you enjoyed the video, click on the thumbs up icon below and click on subscribe to come along for the next food journey, and I'll see you there.